So this is what we use. This is what we use nowadays. Pen machines.
Okay, hold it down a little bit lower. Okay, there. You can keep it low because I'm not worried about you on camera. Okay.
So this is what we use nowadays.
Okay, show us what are the different colors. You can make any kind of color combination, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the inks? So they what are they called? Non-organic or organic? Is there some kind of description to the inks, or is it just called ink?
Organic.
Okay.
You put it on the body.
Okay. And when you prep the customer or the client, what do you start out with? What do you give them, like alcohol? Rub down?
We clean
sanitizer,
it with alcohol right here.
Okay.
And it's all covered because like this.
Okay.
The bloodborne. And this is a green soap that we use to clean the client's skin in the process of the tattoo.
Okay. And when you're finished with the tattoo design, is there any other chemicals or preparation you put on them to close the pores?
Then we clean it with the soap,
right?
And then covered it with either second skin that we use.
Okay.
It's kind of look like a sticker, like Saniderm, like the one that they use in the hospitals.
Okay.
Or the old school way. Just to put this one washer.
Okay.
Also put this one to cover the tattoo.
Okay, bring it down some. There we go. Okay. That's the patch that goes over the tattoo design?
Yeah, over the tattoo design.
Okay. How long would they keep that patch on for?
2 to 3 hours.
Okay. All right. And when they get home, are they just supposed to keep clothing away from it, keep water away from it, or they can function as normal?
They can function as normal. It's just we always tell the clients to be careful of, if they have pets.
Right. Okay. All right. Pets, keep the pets away.
Keep the pets.
Okay. No licking my arms or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay. What would be the one place you would say never put a tattoo on? I could think of two, but I'll let you answer that one.
On your face.
Really? On your face?
On your face.
Why would they not want to put a tattoo? Why would you recommend not to put a tattoo on your face?
Because it may interfere on your job, later in life.
Okay.
Or the neck or hands.
Because all tattoos are actually, your skin is actually transparent.
Okay.
This is more like a dye than it actually is ink. The way it acts, because it goes on a layer, and the light is reflected through it. Long story short, this guy he tattooed me. So I would have him do any spot that I felt was like really painful because he had the finesse. This lady turns around, gives him a negative review because the tattoos heal white instead of yellow.
We just sold our house
and I'm like, he did a better job. There was no trauma, but she was comparing him to all her bad work.
On the back of his head, the word absurd.
Okay. All right.
Dude, Alfred, you should talk about the DC Comics, your guy Max that collects Bane and...
When he said my favorite one maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell us that. What was your favorite tattoo artist design?
I tattooed this guy. He's living in Taiwan now, and I did the Bane design and the Two-Face design just recently.
Okay.
You see it on my portfolio.
Okay. How many different designs have you done in your career? Ballpark. More than 1,000, more than 10,000, less than 500. Just give the audience an idea as to how many different designs you've done.
Definitely thousands.
Thousands. Okay. And as far as the different designs, is there any restrictions? In other words, can you have too many colors? Can it be too complicated, or is there no design that you can't do?
I would say it depends on the skin color of the person.
Okay. All right. Is there a difference when you do design for a client that's had tattoos before as opposed to a client that's never had a tattoo? Is it doing the same to them, or is it a little bit different that you treat the customer?
It's all the same. We treat customers special here in the shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it more difficult for the client, meaning when you're working with a client for the first time, it's the first time they've ever had a tattoo, as opposed to a client that's had multiple tattoos?
Talk about the nerves.
Do you do it the same way? Do you treat the client differently because it's new for them, or is it you do everybody the same way?
We treat everybody the same way.
Okay. And what would you say as far as, is there any difference doing a design tattoo for male versus female clients?
It depends on the client.
Okay, that was a good question.
That was a good one.
All right, is there a preference for you doing male versus female, or is it all the same?
It's all the same. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we treat everyone special.
Okay.
Really sure.
Here's a tricky question. What's the most unusual spot on the body that you put a tattoo on for?
Unusual.
Unusual. Yeah.
Sweating butt.
Okay. Just that one? Nothing else? That's the only one?
I mean, that's a really unusual one. Like especially they got to say it's so sweaty.
Okay. What's the most difficult place to put a tattoo on? Would it be the face? Would it be, let's say, a body part that's not shown to the public? Give the audience some idea.
I would say the rib cage or the stomach. Because when they breathe, the body moves. So I think that's the hardest part to tattoo in the neck.
Okay. Now, the equipment that you use, the tattoo gun, how does that work? Give the audience some ideas. What's the process? In other words, walk me through the process when you're starting out with the design, since we don't have a client in front of us.
Okay, first start with the client, and then we prepare the design for them. And we prepare the station. And the machine that we use now is a pen machine.
Okay.
It's so different from back in the day that we use coil machine. The noisy one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the pen machine is like really good because you can move here and there without distraction with the wire.
Okay. Everybody wants to know the answer to this question. How painful is getting a tattoo for the first time?
Yeah.
It's like it's like all the first time. It's gonna hurt the first time, and then afterwards, that's it.
Okay. Here's the second most popular question. What if I don't like the design? Can I get it taken off, or how would you cover it up or fix a mistake?
We do cover up here in the shop. I really do cover up as well.
Okay, but a tattoo is permanent, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like a Sharpie. You can get.
Yes. You know what? You have to think first before you get the ink.
Okay.
Think before you ink.
Think
Okay.
before you ink.
All right. Has you ever had a client that changed their mind in the middle of a design?
Oh, in the middle of the design. Sometimes the clients will ask you, can you add this to this? Can you add this to that?
Okay.
Sometimes.
And here at Rising Dragon, how many different designs do you have? Bulk. How many? Several thousand, 10,000, unlimited? What's the number of designs?
Unlimited. What the client wants,
Okay.
Always work with the client.
Okay. Another question for you. What's the most popular, top 3 most popular designs, if you could just think at the top of your head, that people the most come in and ask for?
I would say, like my boss was doing, Japanese design, and then Jason's doing, tribal design.
Okay.
Me and Chris, we do, like a realistic black and gray color pieces.
Okay. So, in your experience, have you ever done your own tattoo?
I did, especially when I was starting. I had my tattoo when I was like 11. I did it for that.
Okay, hold it up to the camera. You just hold it up. Yeah, hold it up. There you go.
A small one.
Okay.
It's so hard.
Okay. How long did it take you to put it on?
Maybe 15 minutes.
Okay. Now, how long does it take for the tattoo to soak in or sink in? How long before I can walk out and show my tattoo off?
You can walk out after the tattoo. It's just, client asks this question always if they can go to the gym.
Right.
The question is, I usually tell them to go to the gym after the tattoo.
Right.
Because, people used to use like machines.
Okay.
And it's when the tattoo sticks to the machine, then you don't want somebody's sweat go through your tattoo.
Correct. You don't want to transfer the bodily fluids.
Exactly.
Okay, chance of infection. How long does it take for the tattoo to sink in and it's, let's say, sanitary? Meaning, like, how long does it take? A day, 48 hours, 72 hours before the skin heals and everything?
Early getting of tattoos, I would say it was like 30 days. Like
Nah, well, what he's saying is like, when is it safe that it can be exposed to like air or you know,
like a week.
No, I would just say 3 to 5 days because the body immediately starts clotting. The body immediately starts clotting.
Well, like 4 days to a week.
4 to 7 days. Yeah. But the thing is that the actual process of it becoming smooth skin might take up to 2 to 3 weeks because it goes through various levels of shedding, right? Where there's these clear, like a foggy layer, a clear layer, but where it actually like shuts itself to the outside, the body starts doing that to you immediately. Like if you think about like if you're in a fight and you get a cut on your face, your body will immediately start to try to clot. Right? And that's the same thing with a tattoo, except the needle is so superficial that we're in general, all we're breaking is capillaries. And those capillaries are very easy to shut off. So what I'm saying is it's a very safe process, and with the new equipment, it's even less traumatic than ever. So what I have found, like when we went from the old school, they call them old school magnetic coil machines, when we went from that to these, the healing time, I think, is faster by 3 to 4 days. And I've even I literally worked on a guy who last time he was here was 10 years ago. We were adding to his back. And I told him about the machines are new, the needles are new, less trauma. And he said, whoa man, you were right. And with less trauma, so you get faster healing times, less irritation to the skin, and then like if someone wants to go on vacation or whatever, you know, it's less lag before they can jump in the pool or whatever. But the main thing is they don't have to worry about a communicable disease because all you've done is grazed the capillary bed. And the body, on a healthy individual, starts sealing that off as soon as you're finished with the tattoo.
What is the most expensive tattoo you've ever done? Ballpark figure, you don't even got the exact amount.
I don't know what expensive it's more like a craftsmanship.
But at the end of the day, when they got done with the tattoo, what was the bill? Give me a ballpark. Was it more than 1,000? More than a couple of
It's hard to answer because it depends on the design. So here in the shop, we have a minimum of $100. And if it's like big design, sessions, we charge $200 an hour.
What's the average customer spend on an average customer?
I would say
$400. Okay. How difficult is it to do, let's say, something that's like a photograph, like a person's face? Is that more difficult than a regular tattoo design?
I do portraits the whole day, the whole way in the salon.
Okay, so that would take all day to do.
I think it depends on the artist also.
Okay.
What his specialty is.
Got one last question for you. What makes you, as a tattoo artist, different from other tattoo artists? Is there anything that you do really, really good that you think separates you from other tattoo artists?
Think of it as trauma, but it is.
And I create them like that family. Just as me.
Coming in with only 2 hours.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. What brings you to New York City?
Well, we signed it as a trio. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. And Attachment Day is work related. And I'm excited to have permanent instead of like healing. It reminded me of the things I saw in the road on the side.
We have a feature called Luxury New York City. We interview people that have not from New York. We being
one of
brave,
those,
but
yes.
you want those to make the picture what we hear about tattoos. So next time you come to New York, we'll make sure we track you down. So, tattoos.
Oh, I'm not doing
This is obviously not your first tattoo. What tattoo design do you have in mind today?
So it is going to be a turkey slice of pizza.
You could put a little Italy next to that, but then again, you were giving away the whole secret. What do you like best about getting a tattoo?
So when I get a tattoo, I know that I'm paying for something permanent, something that's beautiful, that means something to me. And it doesn't have to have a lot of meaning, but I like little pieces. I like sitting for several hours. Pure zen mode. Like, just tell myself over and over that pain doesn't exist, it's not real, it's just sickness in my brain. And the art is permanent, even though it's a burning process, it's temporary. So my favorite part is the results, but the process is always fun. You have a good artist and a good studio and place, and the vibe is right, you feel refreshed. It's like it changed permanently. It's like having a chapter.
Okay, it's invigorating.
Yes.
Okay. How many tattoos do you have?
Today's only my 10th, so I have 9 total.
Okay. Would you like to list where you have them at? Maybe it's your book place that you don't want people to know, but
Sure, let's go. Okay. My very first tattoo is this question on my wrist, which is a reference to my band.
sure. That would
Tattoo
be
artist,
you and everybody knows.
A band called Woe Is Me. Shout out.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. They were really big back when I got these tattoos. I was like 24, something like that. My artist said music's always a great place to start to get inspiration. So I knew that's what I wanted pretty much from the jump. And a couple of these others have been very expensive. A reference to the movie. I think you're kind of honoring the things that you are. Get art, culture, music, things related tattooed on you that you're exposing who you are and running you're running your flag of your personality.
How difficult or how long does it take you to pick out a new design when you're thinking about getting your next tattoo?
I will sit on a big piece for 1 to 2 years thinking about what it's going to look like. Sometimes you might even want to a sketch of it, a little bit what you see about it.
And then when I realized it was
It can be a dramatic change. You can actually get depressed when you have a tattoo that you see on your eyeline all the time. Like when I tattooed my hand, it was dramatic. Every time I saw my hand, it was almost like I knew, like, oh my gosh, why have I done that?
You know how it is,
Different.
man. Just like you and I are chilling.
So yeah, that's a part of it. But I definitely think about it, and I talk to my wife. I'm like, what do you think? What do you think? And ultimately, I'll probably do it anyway, but I want to do it
Straight up, man.
this insanity of trying to cultivate.
So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. What's the difference
Some things
between
are.
a tattoo
That is.
Tulsa, Oklahoma versus getting one here in New York City?
Well, I am going to have to do a lot of walking after this tattoo, whereas I'll probably just drive home after my tattoo. Really, there's no difference. You're going to get the same experience with the machinery, the tools that are used all the same. It hurts, sure, but it's temporary. In reality, take yourself after
That's how I felt
it's
when I did
better.
one of the last one.
There's a couple days of discomfort and it's dry and that's going to happen here.
Another question. What's the most you've ever paid to get a tattoo?
Most I've ever paid, I think it was about 2,000. This tattoo on my hand and arm, so it's all the way up to my forearm, that was $2,000. So it definitely is on time, effort involved, some drawing and revisions has to happen, especially when a larger piece happens.
I was
Get to the
sobbing.
body and like the scale of this tattoo has changed slightly.
Actually, I'll
It
drive.
was a little bit smaller, large scale. They'll, stitch something up, see how large my
What's the most unusual place you've thought of putting a tattoo but haven't put it on yet?
I have considered shaving my head and tattooing the back of my head. I've also considered a chest piece, which, for men isn't as common, but, if there's opportunity for it to be seen, wearing a V-neck shirt or whatever all the time. People listen to heavy music, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that. But yeah, it's the usual. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot of crazy plans. I'm not tattoo my eyes or anything like that. Tattoo eyes.
Eyelids, mean.
No, actual eyes.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can tattoo your eyes. It's very
Really?
good. It's like
Okay.
I might maybe do the face when more of my life is past, you know, and no one cares as much.
Okay, get one more question. What would you recommend to anyone who has never had a tattoo done and is thinking about it? Any suggestions or recommendations?
Yes. Eat something right before. Be hydrated. Tell your artist if you're uncomfortable. A lot of people will tough it out and they think I can do this if I grit my teeth. But people pass out and they get hurt. So talk to your artist, make sure that they know you're uncomfortable, that you might have a fainting spell. And they'll probably stop the session and pick it up some other time because that's your safety. People are unconscious is the worst. But yeah, be hydrated, be fed, and you'll be fine.
Adrian, thank you very much.